Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. Today, the Kenyan worker is a disappointed person. After the president addressed Kenyans on the Labor Day, the Kenyan worker, even the minimum wage was not increased. Not even a coin was given to the workers. Even after Francis Atwoli, the Secretary General of KOTU, pleaded with the president to give a minimum percentage across all cadres of the employees. The president did not even respond to this. Kile ambacho alifanya ni kukwepa swala ambalo watu walikuwa wakigojea. Wafanyikazi wameenda nyumbani wakiwa wameinamisha vichwa vyao. It is very, very disappointing. Though the government is complaining that the economy is hard, the Kenyan workers are worst hit. Indeed, the inflation in this country is very, very high. And Kenyans were disappointed. And I don't know the last time that the minimum wage was not increased. I cannot even remember. Because even when we had crisis, even when Moi was running a country that was literally in crisis, he used to increase the minimum wages. So this one can only tell that kwa mfanyikazi, maisha mfanyikazi yatazidi kuwa magumu. In fact, the issues that Atwoli wanted William Samoei Ruto to address, he escaped them. Alikwepa kila kitu. Hata lile swala la Salaries and Remuneration Commission, he did not talk about that monster. The monster that has been a thorn in the neck of Kenyan workers. Kwa hivyo pole sana watu wa wafanyikazi, poleni kwa sababu this is Kenya for you. Ukiyaogelea huna budi kuyaogelea. Ukiyavulia nguo, yani maji ukiyavulia nguo huna budi kuyaogelea. Hivyo ndivyo ilivyo. The second thing that happened, William Samoei Ruto and Gachagua were literally booed by the crowd. It started with Gachagua when he said that William Samoei Ruto had managed to bring the cost of UNGA from Kenya shilingi 230 ati bei imeshuka hadi shilingi 150. And the crowds were like, which Kenya? Ni wapi huko? I could see people looking at each other in amazement. And then came again William Samoei Ruto, repeated the same narrative, and he was heckled. He was bored. The workers bored. The crowd bored. And this one tells you that William Samoei Ruto and the government in general, kusema kweli, hawajajua ya kwamba the ground is now very different. Mambo yamebadilika. And I think this is what happened to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta hakuwa amejua ya kwamba the ground had shifted. The ground was different. And that is what is happening to William Samoei Ruto. You know very well that kile ambacho watu walikuwa wakifikiri ni kwamba kile ambacho William Samoei Ruto walikuwa wakifikiri ni kwamba watu wangepigia makofi, watu wangeshangilia, lakini si hivyo ambavyo ilitokea. Kile tuliona ni kwamba is mamas disapproval. Mpaka akasema ya kwamba bei sijui ukienda kuna UNGA ya 190, kuna 180, kuna 170, kuna 159 hapo. Wewe unachagua ile unataka. And this one still did not go down well with the crowd, with the voters. And this one is worrying, if you ask me. And I believe William Samoei Ruto akienda nyumbani ataenda kukobana na the advisors. Because I think because he was even naming sijui Quickmart, ukienda pale utanua UNGA sijui pesa gapi, ukienda Naivas, which is not true. In fact, I'm heading here right away to go to witness the correct price of UNGA, because watu hawezi wakakosea, kwa sababu wengi unajua watu ndio ambao wanatumia huu UNGA na wanajua bei. now people are very keen with the cost of living. Again, something else is that kile ambacho tumeona in the Labor Day celebrations is that William Samoei Ruto has continued to threaten Azimio, and he's saying that atalinda mali ya Wakenya, lakini ukweli usemwe ni kwamba Azimio is not planning to have violent demonstrations. The demonstrations have been peaceful and will be peaceful, and that is the message that is coming from Raila Amolo Odinga. But we have seen William Samoei Ruto akiapa kwamba lazima akabiliane na Raila Amolo Odinga. So this determination is what I believe Raila Amolo Odinga needs to be careful about. And just as a member of this channel was advising, it is important for Raila to have drones so that the drones can be able to monitor the demonstrations, can be able to monitor the work of the police, the vile ambavyo wanafanya, if they are very brutal, in case they use for the live bullets, wataonekana wazi. You know, Kenyan police are known to be very ruthless. They're known to be very brutal when dealing with demonstrators, even when they are peaceful. And kusema ukweli, ukitazama vizuri sana, utaona kwamba the drones can actually work and they can assist Azimio, because the determination in Raila Amolo Odinga to go ahead with the demonstration, na tena ukiangalia upande mwingine, the determination by William Samoei Ruto to contain Raila Amolo Odinga and to stop him once and for all is also very, very worth noting. Again, I have seen the return of bootlicking, surely. Zile enzi za mtukufu rais zimerudi. And I've seen Atwoli coming out, akijaribu, it's like he's feeling guilty for even supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. You know, Atwoli, we respect him. Atwoli is an elder. When you look at him, Atwoli has seen it all. Atwoli is a tycoon, is a billionaire. Lakini sasa ukiangalia kule kuanza kuonyesha na kwamba wale ambao walipigia kura Azimio ni kana kwamba walifanya makosa, ni kama anajuta. And don't forget that Raila is his brother-in-law. He have even alluded to that, and many people knows this. Kwa hivyo kile ambacho tunaona ni kwamba igawa anataka kuwe na maridhiano na maelewano kati ya Azimio na Kenya Kwanza, that feeling of guilty is not something that is good at this time. You know, you should not feel guilty at all. We are in a competition. You should not feel guilty for being an Arsenal fan. You should not feel guilty of being a Man U fan. You should not feel guilty of supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. In fact, you should be very proud that you are supporting somebody who is a reformer. In fact, you should be ashamed of not supporting or not even voting. Just like Ruto has said that the people who should feel guilty and who should feel ashamed is those who did not come out to vote. But if you voted, even if you voted for Gachagua, even if you voted for Wahiga, is it Maore? Even if you voted for Raila Amolo Odinga or William Samoei Ruto, it is your constitutional right. And you have the freedom of choice. You have the freedom of position. And when I saw Francis Atwoli akimsifu William Samoei Ruto vile ambavyo alipita sijui nini with all the deep state, I think it is wrong. It should come from Francis Atwoli. Kwa sababu yeye ndiye alikuwa katika mstari wa mbele akiambia watu wakate miti sogoi. Sasa anaambia watu wafanye nini? Unajua kule kukata miti sogoi kulikuwa kunamaanisha ni kujitia kitanzi. Kwa William Samoei Ruto ajitia kitanzi. Kwa hivyo tunaona zile sifa. Unajua old habits really goes for sure. Watu wabadiliki sana, hata wakijaribu wanabadilika tu kiasi. Lakini kile tunajua ni kwamba Francis Atwoli has a lot of money, and his property, his assets, he must align himself with the government to defend the way he acquired his property. I don't know, because kile ambacho anafanya ni kujaribu kuangalia maslahi yake, because when it comes to politics, we agree that interests are key. Especially if you don't have principles, you always go with your interests And I think that is what Atwoli is doing. After the celebrations, in Labor Day celebrations, International Labor Day celebrations, Raila Amolo Odinga and the Azimio Brigade also held their press conference, and they criticized the way William Samoei Ruto is handling the massacre of Paul Mackenzie massacre, Shakahora massacre, and he said that William Samoei Ruto cannot form a commission of inquiry, a judicial service commission of inquiry. He doesn't have the powers, and it is upon the Attorney General to advise him and tell him that he doesn't have the power. I understand all the powers is vested with the Parliament. And again, he has also said that Jubilee could be raided tomorrow by the Kenya Kwanza goons. Wataenda pale tena, na I can tell you, because you see, Raila Amolo Odinga also said that the demonstrations, the mass actions are still there, and they are going to present petitions to the various offices, as they have always been saying. And anasema ya kwamba Jubilee wakati ambapo Kenya Kwanza watakuwa wakienda kule, na wanaazimio watakuwa wakiandamana, I think Nairobi is likely to be a scene of violence tomorrow. Because you see, lazima wenye Jubilee lazima wajaribu kutetea Jubilee yao. That hostile takeover is going to take place tomorrow, and Raila Amolo Odinga said that they have credible evidence that the government is planning to raid and take over the Jubilee headquarter. I don't know this time whether Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta atajitokeza. Sijui vile atafanya, kwa sababu wakati mwingine ile siku nyingine tuliona akijitokeza na kijaribu kutetea what belongs to the Jubilee, and tena I believe this is trying to to seek attention or try to divert the attention of the demonstrators. Ndio sasa waende pale, na labda pale Jubilee huenda ikawa wale wataenda pale, huenda ikawa ni the dangerous people. By the way, they could be armed, they could even be people with guns. Kwa wale ambao wataenda Jubilee, if I were to advise the Azimio guys, they have to be careful when it comes to dealing with those to be raiding Jubilee headquarters. The best thing is for Azimio to concentrate with the mass action, do what they are planned to do. And the cool thing is that Raila Amolo Odinga has called out the supporters, and he has told them that the demonstration will be peaceful and nobody should carry any weapon. Watu wajitokeza hivi, and I believe that is what the constitution clearly states, that you should be unarmed and you should be allowed to demonstrate. So let's see who is going to break the law, because Azimio is not ready to break the law, but we can see the determination by the government to stop, to use all means to stop these demonstrations. And I've said in this channel many times, kule kujitokeza kwa polisi ndiko ambako kuna zua taharuki, ndiko kunafanya hata damu ikamwagika, huku ndiko kunaleta mitafaruku ambayo unaona. If the police were to keep away, and if I was William Samoei Ruto, I would let Raila demonstrate. I would let him demonstrate. I would let the servers to be opened. I don't know what you think, because tomorrow we are likely to see serious confrontation, because the determination from the both sides is very, very high. I've looked at and I've listened to a number of Azimio supporters, even on the ground. I've talked to a number of them. Na wengi wanasema ya kwamba wataenda pale na liwe liwalo. And the government, on the other hand, is very much determined to do everything possible to ensure that these demonstrations do not succeed. So it can't be more interesting. This is your host, Skyman, the tallest man in Black Africa. Kindly remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed. And for those of you who have been supporting this channel, we are very, very grateful. And may you have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.